Right, so this Pilates session, we're down on the mat completely. We're going to go through a series of different moves. I'm going to give you lots of levels as well, and we're going to try and focus on breath work, okay? So when you're ready, bring yourself down on your mat. Just check your space as well, so you will need enough room to fully extend the legs, but also fully extend the arms, okay? So you will need at some point to be able to do this. For the minute, lie yourselves down, lift your bum off of your mat and then push your tailbone away. So you kind of tilt through your pelvis a little bit. So it's a pelvic tilt. Drop the back down and now you should feel quite flat through the back. We're going to take a moment whilst everybody settles down onto their mats to just engage right here. So place your hands, fingertips touch together, just at the base of your ribs, okay? And take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you're focusing into your breath, what you should be seeing happening or feeling happening with your fingertips is that on your inhale, the fingertips move out. Exhale, the fingertips move together. Now this is called lateral breath. We're breathing into the side of the ribs. Many of us breathe very shallow just here, so it would look like this. So there's no movement here. If I breathe into my side ribs, watch my fingertips. And that means that I'm really filling my lung cavity. I'm really engaging with my pleural space. And then as I exhale, my fingertips come in together. That's the lateral breath. So as you settle down onto your mat, really focus in breathing into the side of your waist. Good. Now try to keep that breath throughout your whole practice. You will forget, it will get lost. Don't worry, and the more Pilates you do, the better and more natural that breath will come. If you're very new to Pilates, trying to laterally breathe is going to be very difficult whilst maintaining core engagement, okay? So give yourself time. The more you practice, the better you'll get at the many elements of Pilates, okay? So, leave your breath where it is. I want you to now imagine that we've got three corners, or well, you can't really have three corners, I suppose, but three elements to the abdomen. First, we have the pelvic floor. We're going to imagine that the pelvic floor is kind of like a trouser zip. Relax, that zip is down. Fully engaged, we zip that all the way up to the top, so up towards the button. I want you to lift your pelvic floor so you've zipped up all the way. Now we do that by squeezing up through the pelvic floor, almost like you're stopping a wee mid-flow, but that's not something we want to be practicing. This is how we strengthen our pelvic floor, by exercising it in this way. Hold it here and take a lateral breath. As you exhale, release the zip halfway down. Good, now hold that zip at your halfway point. Again, if you're new to Pilates, this will be a very alien concept. You may struggle to even feel the pelvic floor. You may not be aware of whether or not it's moving. Again, give yourself time and practice, because this will become a very natural movement over time. So the pelvic floor is halfway zipped. We're going to release it completely. Inhale, zip up completely to the top. Exhale halfway, hold for an in-breath. And exhale down to quarter, done up. This is, I kind of need a wee, but there's a cue in front of me, so I'm just holding on, okay? So it's a small level of pelvic floor engagement. That is your baseline of pelvic floor engagement. Again, trying to keep it in throughout the whole practice, but don't worry if it falls off. The next part we're going to focus on is your transverse abdominis. This is a muscle that runs all the way around your body. So take your fingertips and place them just underneath your ribs. I want you to hold the pelvic floor and cough. Okay, you will have just felt a muscle engage there. Put your hands just on the back, kind of just above the top of your hips, and again, press in and cough. Again, you will feel that muscle. That's called your TVA, and we want to engage that. So I want you to imagine that it's like a big string all the way around your body, and we're going to pull that string in tight, really squeezing in at the waist and drawing down at the same time in the belly button. Now, the next portion of the 3 points of this abdominal engagement comes from your diaphragm, and we engage that with the breath. Okay, so as long as you continue to breathe throughout all the exercises, that part of your triad, I suppose, your abdominal triad will be engaged. Your mental focus has to be on pelvic floor and this tight string all the way around your waist. Again, these things come with practice, so don't worry for a minute. Let's move into our first exercise. Your triad is engaged. We're going to inhale and lift the hands up. Exhale, push your fingertips towards the ceiling. Inhale, draw the shoulders down. Exhale, press. Inhale, draw them down. Exhale, press. Now keep moving your arms with your breath. As you're doing that, your attention moves momentarily into your triad. I'm going to use that phrase now, I quite like it. Your triad, that's the abdominal area. Are you breathing? In which case you're activating your diaphragm. Is the pelvic floor lifted? And are you braced all the way around that TVA band, that squeeze around your waist? Good. Lift the fingertips up to the sky now, and then this time pushing the fingertips away as far as you can, arms overhead, and come back all the way to the top, and then squeeze the shoulder blades into the floor. You're really pressing them down into the floor. Fingertips up, arms overhead, bring them back, still pushing the fingertips as far away as you can, and then squeeze down. Big reach, overhead, and come back. Squeeze down. Let's go again, big reach up. Hands overhead, all the way to the top. Squeeze down. We're going to do one more. Big reach, all the way over. Really push those fingertips. We're lengthening through the scapula here, really pulling that away from its kind of anchor, and squeeze. Now squeeze down and hold. You're pushing your shoulder blades into the floor. We're gaining strength by doing that because we're still active through this triad. So bracing, pushing the shoulder blades down. We're going to breathe. Exhale and release. Just relax through your shoulders. Good. Okay, triad is on. Press your lower back down into the floor so you've tilted slightly through your pelvis. Press, press, press. And now push your pelvis the other way. I've created an arch underneath my back. Pull back into the belly. Press, press, press. And arch. Let's do that again. Pull back and arch. Last time, pull back in and hold. Brace that position, hold here. Take your fingertips to the side of your head. Drop your chin to your chest and you're looking through your knees. Holding here. 4, 3, 2, we pulse. So draw your chest slightly down towards your hips. So your ribs are coming towards your hips. crunch here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at that base position, still looking through the knees. And we're going to pulse again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and roll back. Extend the arms and legs. Take a moment for a big stretch. And then hands float down to your hips. Your feet start close to your bum, and then I want you to take one relatively large step away. What you're looking for is a 90-degree angle in the shape of your knee here. You're going to keep that position because we're coming into 100. Triad goes on. Brace. Let's see whether you need one leg or two legs in your 100. Lift one leg up. Place your hands on your abdomen. Your shin is parallel to the floor and your knee is fingertip distance away. If it comes too close, push that knee away. This is going to challenge the core. Now, hold into your belly as you lift the second leg up. If your belly pops up, that means you need to work the 100 with one leg, and I will switch you over. If you can maintain that belly position, then you can come to two legs. Okay? So have a quick check. Are you one or two? And let's go. So fingertips float just above the hips. We inhale. Exhale, roll the chest or chin down. Lift one leg up. Brace the belly. If you're going with both legs, we come here. And now we pulse the hands. Breathe in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 4, 5. In and out. In. Swap those legs over. So if you're one leg, here we go. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time. Breathe out, fully extend, lower the head, one leg, other leg, full body stretch. Good. Rest the hands down by the hips, move the head side to side if you need to loosen up through the neck. If you need to give a little of extension, place the fingertips behind the base of the skull and just lift your chin, wiggle side to side. And then bring that head back down. Brace through your triad in your abdomen. We're going to take the feet up. Sit the feet above the hips. Hands flat down onto the floor, and we're curling the tailbone off the floor. Lifting into a reverse crunch. We don't go too high. We're simply lifting and lowering. So your bum is lifting off the floor maybe a couple of inches. We're going to do 8, 7, nice and controlled, 6, 5. Really pushing high with those hips as you lift. 2, 1. Hug the knees into your chest. Take a rest. Legs extend. Hands to the floor. Lift. Now if you can go a little bit higher, then please do. But control the whole time. Good, I'm feeling that. I love the feeling of Pilates. It's such a good workout. Let's go for 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing and thinking about that triad in your abdomen. 3 and 2. 1. Hug the knees in. Place the left foot down down on the floor and extend your right leg away. You're extending so that your knees are in line with each other. Head rests down on the floor, triad goes on. Moving from the hip, draw a circle on the wall opposite you. So your circle's about the size of maybe a big juicy orange. Racing through that triad, and remember that your breath is a significant part of activating through your core. Change directions. One more breath. Hold this leg where it is. Bring that knee in, fingertip distance away. This time we're drawing a circle on the ceiling with the knee. So the shin stays parallel, and we're going to go for a bigger circle. Our hips want to stay nice and stable, and we achieve that with that abdominal triad. Breath, pelvic floor, TVA band. Oh, I don't know about you, but I'm certainly feeling that. Change directions. Ooh. And then extend the leg, place that foot down, and bring the other leg into a full extension. As you extend, point the toe and activate all the muscles through the leg. So you're really squeezing all of those muscles. Let's circle. Stabilize the pelvis with your triad. And breathe nice and steady and deep in your breath. Now you can do all Pilates movements and they can feel super duper easy. If you are ever doing any movement in Pilates and it feels super easy, think of two things. One, is that triad on? It probably isn't. Change directions. And two, are you in the right position? For instance, the 100 seems super easy if your knees are just a little bit too close. If your pelvis is rocked and you're not really engaging. So really small adjustments, play around with them in Pilates because you will feel the difference. Hold that leg where it is, bring the knee in, fingertip distance away, onto the ceiling, draw the circle. Now this one really challenges us to keep that pelvis steady. Oh, I'm on my left leg, I'm not totally sure it's really a circle. Some weird wibbly shape. Change direction. That is certainly not a circle for me, but it's some weird shape. I'm going with it. Alright, bring that foot, extend the leg, drop the foot. We bring both of our feet and knees in towards the chest. Squeeze, 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 and then fully extend. Okay, now we do need a little bit of padding underneath us for this one. So if you have a mat, your mat should be fine, but if you want to place a blanket underneath yourself or a folded towel to protect your spine, especially if you're on a hard floor, then I would recommend that you do that now. So just fold a blanket or a towel up, place it underneath you, and then when you're ready, we're going to hug the knees into your chest. As you hug them, give them a really, really strong squeeze. So squeezing those knees into your chest. Roll your chin to your chest now, and you're kind of like a ball here. We're going to do roll like a ball, which is exactly what it sounds like. We roll. Now you can stay low, just like this one. or if you wish, roll all the way up, tap your toes to the floor and roll back. The whole time, keep your body positioning exactly as it is, so you're still rolled in this tight little ball position. Breathing in to come down, breathing out to come up. We're going to stay here for 4 and 3, 2, 1. Roll down, extend. Good. From here, extend your left leg up, single leg stretch. We crunch up to the leg, pull it in and release. Staying on the left leg, 2 and 3, 4, 5. Really drawing in through your abdominals. 7. Last 1. Come down. We swap sides. 1, 2. Lengthening through the leg with a pointed toe. Drawing down through the abdominals. Tucking that chin to your chest. Last 1. Roll down and stretch. You have an option now. Stay with exactly what we just did. 4 pulls on each leg. Or we add in some cardio and make this a little bit harder. So if you're making it harder, roll your chin to your chest, looking down the length of your body. And we're going to alternate the legs quite quick and clap the hands here. So we don't bring the shoulders down to the floor. If you're choosing the alternative option, I'd like you to do 4 leg pulls each side. And then once you're complete, rest the body down in a full body stretch. We've got 3 and 2. Last 1, roll down. Ooh, full body stretch. Okay, now let's go straight into crisscross. Palms, fingertips to the sides of the head. Flat feet. Triad is on. We come round, so it's kind of like our bicycle, but we can make it harder by extending. Okay, so option 1 is here, you tap the foot. Option 2 is here. Pick your option, let's go. That's good. We're staying here for 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Down to the floor. Big full body stretch. Roll into a ball and roll yourself up into seating. So, one seated, pop a hand behind one bum cheek, pull it back. Do the other. Inhale, sit tall, lengthening through the top of the head. Exhale, push your chest forwards. Inhale, sit up. So it's a forward seated fold. Inhale up. And exhale to push yourself towards the feet. Inhale, really lengthen on that in-breath. Exhale, push the fingertips over the toes or towards them. As you sit up, brace deep into that triad, that pelvic floor, your band around the waist, and of course, using your breath to get that abdominal or the diaphragmatic activation. Let's do one more. Now reach forwards towards the toes. Hands come down to the feet, shins, thighs, wherever you are. Drop the head. Good. Beautiful. Inhale, sit yourselves up. Lean back just a little bit, tuck the feet in, the knees in. We're in teaser hold. So shins are parallel to the floor. Now if that's too much, rest the toes or even the whole foot down on the floor, but lengthen through the spine and lean back. So you have a lot of options. We're holding here, using the breath. Now really draw up through your pelvic floor here, because this position will feel strange and more difficult to get that pelvic floor activation. Option, stay here or reach to the feet. Lift the legs and we open leg. So we're in an open leg V-sit. Brace through your belly. Now, shoulder blades back and down, chest is lifted. I'm just going to shuffle myself forward, so you might need to do the same because we go into an open leg rocker. If you are at home, which of course you are, just be careful that you don't knock your telly or something, because we roll back, tuck your chin, and we roll up. Roll back and roll up. It's quite handy actually having a sofa there, because it stops you going too far. Roll, oops, and bend down. Roll back, and again. Let's do 2 more. Last one, up and hold. Ooh, get your balance. Bring your feet together, reach, sit tall. We're in seal pose here. So we're holding onto the feet. If we can't take hold of the feet, the shins, if we need the feet rested on the floor, then we're like this, okay? So pick whichever level works right for you. Shoulder blades relax, and bring your attention into your triad. The breath, your pelvic floor, and that TVA band. Use that breath. We're going to cross the legs over, bring them down onto the floor, so we're in cross-legged position. Holding onto the feet, we roll forwards. Get a really beautiful roll through your spine. Roll yourself up to seated and extend out through the legs. We're going into the saw posture now. So make sure that you've got enough room to extend the arms either side of you. So, with the saw, take the bum, pull it back. Then on the other side, that places the pelvis in a really nice position. Lift your pelvic floor. Brace through that waist. Arms extend. We take a breath in and we lengthen. As we exhale, we twist the body round. Inhale back to center. And exhale. Inhale, center. And exhale. Inhale, center. And exhale. Now we're going to add on to this posture a forward roll. So we inhale, exhale, come round, inhale to center. As you exhale, drop the chin to your chest and roll down. Inhale, sit up. Good. Exhale, round. Inhale, center. Exhale, roll the chin down. So we're still sat up, we're just dropping your chest down as far as we can. All right, now we add that roll down, but when we're in our twisted posture and a forward fold. So if you don't know what the saw is and you want to watch first, feel free. I'm going to inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, roll. I've turned my thumb at the back down, and as I'm exhaling, I'm pushing forwards. I'm going to inhale to return. Turn my thumb up. Exhale, come back round. And inhale once again. Exhale, come round. I turn that thumb. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, drop. I push forwards. Inhale, come up. And I exhale, thumb back up. Okay, so let's do it together in that slow process. So inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Thumb goes down. Exhale, roll and push forwards. Inhale, sit tall. Thumb up. Exhale, round. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Thumb down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and roll. Inhale up. Exhale, come to center. Drop the hands and give them a release. Now we're going to speed that process up. This time we inhale to twist, we exhale to push forwards, we inhale to sit up, and we exhale to come back in. Okay, so I'll take you through the breath in the first couple. Arms out. Inhale, twist, thumb down. Exhale, roll. Inhale, sit tall, thumb up. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist, thumb down. Exhale, roll, push forwards. Inhale, sit tall, thumb up. Exhale, center. Let's do it again. Inhale, twist. Exhale, roll. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, twist. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, round. Good. Arms come down. Relax. Slide the hands towards the feet. Drop the head. Sit your body in a forward fold. Just let your shoulders relax here. And then take a deep breath. Sit yourselves up. Feet come flat. And we take the fingers behind the back of the knees. We're in a C curve, a supported C curve. So we hold the back of the knees. Inhale, sit tall. Triad goes on. Exhale, push your belly button away from you. You'll roll your shoulders and your body will curve, kind of like a C shape. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, roll. Inhale, come up. Exhale, roll. Now, I have an option for you. You can stay here or you can come into a full roll down. But the full roll down must be completely controlled all the way to the floor. Ooh. And then all the way back up. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to jolt ourselves back up. It doesn't do anything for us. We can support ourselves up to seated. Okay, so you're either staying in that C roll, focusing on that triad, using your breath, or you're in a full roll down, coming back up supported if you need it, or using your full abdominal strength and the breath. So exhaling as you push up, inhaling as you come down. It's one of my favourite Pilates moves, the roll down. I'm not really sure why, but I just really love the roll all the way to the floor, and I like it when it kind of extends through your back as well. We're going to do one more. If you're in your C-sit, supported, I want you to roll yourself all the way down to the floor. We're all going to take a full stretch and then roll over onto your front. So come down onto your fronts. Rest your body down. There's a space between the knees and the ankles. and your elbows are going to come out in line with your shoulders. Okay, we're going into swan dive. So lift through your triad, pelvic floor, TVA band, use your breath. Push your pubic bone into the floor and lift your chest. Hands stay down on the floor in a swan dive. You can feel the base of your ribs down on the floor. We're going to stay here and hold. Still breathing. Now your option, you can maintain this hold or you can extend the arms off the floor. Pressing that back down or lower pubic bone into the floor. If you feel pinching in your lower back, come down and make it lower. Okay, so we don't want to feel any pinching. Holding here, pushing that pubic bone down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down to the floor, take a breath. And then when you're ready, inhale, back up. Lift those elbows off the floor if you wish, and then reach the fingertips forwards and back. Now really brace through that triad, okay? So your pubic bone is pushing into the floor. You're bracing that belly button in towards the spine and lifting your pelvic floor, squeezing around the waist. And of course we use the breath. We're going to do 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Hands come down, rest the head. Lengthen through your feet and lift the legs off the floor. The shins should be up and the thighs want to be up a little bit as well. Pointed toes. Holding here. Pubic bone is pushing down into the floor, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, take a breath, and then inhale, lift the legs back up, triad is on, option for you, stay here or add that swan dive in. If you really want to challenge yourself and your back is fine with it, extend the arms out as well. So pick the level that works for you, whatever that looks like. We're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands under shoulders. Lengthen the back into a small cobra. You can pop the elbows down if it's more comfortable. Turn the toes under. Push yourself back into a child's pose. Really release yourself from your work. Just stretch the fingertips away nice and long. And then bring yourself up and we finish off in a cat and cow. So the knee sits under your hips. The hands are under your shoulders. We roll the spine to the ceiling. And then we drop the belly and lift the chin and tailbone. Good. Bring yourself into neutral. Sit yourselves back on your heels because that is you all done for that Pilates workout. Hopefully you really braced through the belly the whole way through. But like I said, Pilates takes practice to engage through the abdomen. To get your lateral breathing, it takes a little bit of time. So give yourself some patience. The more you practice Pilates, the better those things will happen and then more natural they will be. Okay guys? So I'm hoping you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for joining me.